Can't get any words. Podcast on blast, giving you the real talk, no holding back. Can't get any worse, we'll make you see. There's always a silver lining. We'll set you free, so join the movement. Let's change the game with the Can't Get Any Worse podcast.
Welcome back to the Can't Get Any Worse podcast. We've got a guest in the studio today. We've got Matt Carvosso.
Hey mate, how are you?
Pronounced that properly?
You did.
Fucking nailed it, didn't I?
Straight on to it.
I'm fucking professional at this podcast game.
Professional shit talker.
That's it. That's my job title. But just before we flick these on, see, I've fucking told you I'll double check this 10 times.
Yeah.
So you're not a Matthew, just a straight Matt.
Just a Matt.
How's
Named after Matt Damon. You can see the resemblance, can't you?
Here we go. Here we fucking go.
I'm the comedian, mate, not you.
Mate, after this weekend, I'll fucking give it to you. But we won't talk about that just yet. Yeah, right. Is Matt just Matt Damon or is he a Matthew?
Probably a Matthew, but mum's a bit weird, so
really?
Makes sense.
True. I don't even know where I got fucking James from. I should ask.
I'd just call you Jimmy.
Yeah. I've started going by Jimmy in like comedy and shit like that now. It's
more casual.
Yeah, for sure.
And easier to get out.
Yeah, I prefer it especially. And the way it's sort of written as well, like the Jimmy and the Missing line up perfectly, just like the letter counts and shit. It's just part of my fucked up brain.
How many times have you heard Jimmy's gone missing?
Oh, mate. Every fucking time. That was my whole schooling career.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have been.
Fucking every first day of every year at school, the teacher would think they were the funniest person.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh, where's James? Is he missing?
Yeah,
I'll just fucking...
Fuck off, mate.
Yeah, get up and tap him in the nuts.
Can we swear in here?
No, this is
there's kids around.
Didn't you watch that clip I posted yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
Dirty as shit. Yeah, so
that was a good one, actually.
It was a bit of a bad clip, but we had to sell tickets to the show, so you got to do what you got to do.
You
do. But anyway, enough about me. Who the fuck are you? To be honest, I tried to prepare like a bit of a bio, and then I'm like, this dude's all over the shop,
mate. My social media is only just recently, my personal one has only just opened to public. And I'm going to be completely honest here, for a monetization side.
Yeah,
that's the only reason I've done it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a pretty secluded bloke when I'm in my personal life.
Yep.
Probably not so much anymore now that I've got a podcast.
That's it. That's what I was saying the other night when I like met you for the first time is. When I first told people that I was doing comedy and podcasting and shit, they're like, no, you're fucking not. Like, that's not me. Like, I'm so closed off. I hate going to the fucking shops and shit. Yeah.
See, I'm the biggest introvert going. So I just, like, when you're with me, I'm pretty outgoing, pretty loud.
Yeah.
Life of the party usually sometimes, like, life of the whole situation, really. Like, I bring the energy.
Yeah, nice.
But my personal life, I probably put a bit of stuff with me and my missus online, but other than that, like I don't put where I work or any like where I live.
Yeah, nice.
But so bit about myself. My name's Matt Carvosso. I'm born and bred Blackwater boy from out west in near Rockhampton.
Yep. That's another thing I got to talk to you about.
Yeah, right.
Have you ever been to the Blackwater police station?
Mate. Yeah, who hasn't? That's lived out there.
That's two of us.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Lived out there pretty much for did most of my schooling there in between like Rockhampton. Went to Rocky for a bit, but most of it was in Blackwater.
Yeah, nice.
Played all my footy out there. But now these days I live on the Goldie. Got my own tattoo shop in Mermaid Beach with my missus, Amy Peters, for anyone that wants to stalk her. She's good on the eye, so it's good to come and get a tattoo off her as well. But mate, we moved up. Amy and I were together for like 12 months, not even 12 months before we started our own tattoo shop. We just bit the bullet one day and said we're moving to the Gold Coast to get away from the country life down in Albury, Wodonga, Wagga area.
Okay, yeah.
And just come up, man, and we had a plan. We had no idea what we were fucking doing.
Yeah.
And just found a place. We come up on a holiday to find a shop. And then we had a 6-month plan from when we come and had a look. So it's pretty early in the relationship that we'd made this decision. And we've come up. We've been in business for like 18 months now. Or not even that long, probably like 14 months.
Yeah.
As you've probably seen, we've like tattooed all like a lot of NRL players and stuff, a lot of Titans players, and Fez from Wildlife Warriors, Wombat Warriors.
Yeah.
People that don't know who he is, you've probably seen him on Instagram with his daughter.
Yep.
Just heaps of
he's a good follow, the free range pig farmer.
Yeah,
Fez.
that's him.
If you're into the podcast game, you know who the fuck Fez is.
Yeah, spot on.
Yeah.
So we just moved our shop recently up to Mermaid Beach, and man, you're just flying.
Yeah,
it's fucking pretty cool. And just started the poddy. I've recorded 5 episodes, but I've only dropped the third one dropped today, and
nice.
Just come across your stuff as well, and we've had a bit of a chat. We've chatted more offline than we have like this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we only met a week or two ago.
Last week, I think it was. Yeah,
it was
come to the shop and checked it out.
I just got off stage after fucking bombing hard.
I don't think that happened at all. But anyway,
it happens fucking daily. But I popped on Instagram as I was walking to my car, and you were live at your fucking tattoo studio. I was like, oh, I'll come say hello, and then fucking double check the missus was all good with the kids.
I called you out too. I was like, fucking don't dick tease me and not turn up.
100%. But it's good to see the shop. It's fucking, it's so sick what you've done to the place. Like,
pretty cool.
And I know you've spoken before about like, you walk into a tattoo shop and it's just usually dark and dreary and fucking
spot on, man.
Like gothic shit, and your shop's like bright and fucking
the total opposite.
Yeah, for sure.
So our old shop was, so if you think that one's bright, our old shop was like a whole like 7 meter wall was like purple.
Yep.
And then it had pink, like a big pink moon behind this big lion.
Yeah, okay.
And it was like obviously the lion colours. But and not the Brisbane Lions for the people that are, but it's actual like a huge mural that Amy had painted.
Yeah, sweet.
So the whole shop was like pinks, purples, blues.
Yeah, nice.
And it was, now this shop's just white. With a bit of pink. But Amy's still got to do some murals on the wall, but just having the time, man.
Yeah, that's it. It's a killer.
It's a work-life balance that we've come up to the coast for more than anything.
That's a fucking that's a big jump, hey, just to move to an entirely different city and just go all in on something you want to do, hey? Like, because I'm that's probably something that I'm big on. I'm too comfortable, like, if that makes sense, to make a jump, because the comedy scene in Australia is fucking Sydney and Melbourne. And it's like, and the other thing I got to like juggle as well is the kids are fucking comfortable in school and stuff now, and it's like, I don't know, like, and on top of that as well, it's like, well, if I want to go all in, it's fucking the States. Like, go to America go to Austin or something. But
that'd be cool.
It would be fucking sick.
Mate, at the end of the day, like it can work. Yeah. But your kids are the most important at this time of your life. Yeah. Like, comedians can be comedians for a very long time.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter how old you are to be a comedian. Yeah. You've got your other side hustle too. That's your main hustle, but this is your side hustle as well. But you just have to have that dedication to keep grinding away, for sure, and it'll work eventually, man. That's it. Like I went away this weekend for the first time to do comedy, and fucking just getting back yesterday was just so sick, just to see like my wife and kids again, and it just put everything in perspective. Like, fucking what you're doing's working. Yeah, not only that, but like that, like, if I try and chase this thing aggressively, then I'm going to miss a lot of their fucking childhood and shit, which sucks dick. And now that's like, now that I've had that first stint, it's like, fuck, now I've got so much to think about. Like, it's just putting it into perspective and putting it in the right order of setting, like, segregating your time. Exactly. For everything. I fucking struggled to get that out, but anyway. Yeah, no, you're right, mate. I if we had a fucking counter going on this episode, I guarantee I'll fuck up more words than you. I've got to get some out to fuck them up. Mate, you're killing it. You're killing it. You're a fucking born podcaster. Nah, not at all. I just talk shit, pretty much. Everything I say, like, I'm speaking from my heart. Yeah. But if I'm talking shit, like, I'll fucking laugh heaps at the end of it.
Yeah.
And that's usually when people know I'm talking shit.
Yeah,
But
sweet.
usually I'm like most of the time, like I said before, I fucking try and bring the energy in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you just fucking got to be yourself at the end of the day in this game.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's something huge that I noticed off the bat, just from the first interactions we had over Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, obviously never seen your face or anything.
Yeah.
But even just the stories and shit you put up. Because the first time we met, spoke,
here we go.
Podcast Royale 2.0 got announced.
Yeah.
So I fucking, like every other small podcaster in Australia, has jumped on their stories and gone, who the fuck wants to fight me, blah, blah, blah. And old mate over here.
You called me out, let's be fair.
Oh, mate. I'm pretty sure someone posted a story saying,
don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, mate.
But but from that moment, and then we started DMing a little bit, and you're just sending me videos from you on the beach, showing me your view. I'm like, this guy's fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, you were crook as a dog too that day.
Yeah, I was.
See, I was trying to bring your energy up, mate.
Yeah, no, thanks. I appreciate that. The regular listeners will remember those like 3 weeks where I barely had a voice and I was just fucking being hoarse in your ears.
Yeah.
That's what they come back for. So.
It's not the face, eh?
No, it's not. It's definitely fucking
I know how you
not.
feel.
Oh, come on, mate. But did you always have that sort of chill vibe and shit like that? Like when you lived in,
Yeah,
it's
always,
not just
man.
like when you got to the Gold Coast, you're like, oh, fuck.
Nah, I've always been pretty chill. Like, don't really, like, I'm the biggest overthinker going, like you said you are as well. Mm-hmm. But I'm also, like, don't give a fuck about a lot of things.
Yeah, so that's where I care too much. I'm like, what are they going to think? What are they going to think?
I'm like that.
Yeah.
But then I realise, and I've got some pretty good people in my corner, which you're well aware of.
Yep.
And a lot of them say they give me certain guidelines to, like, be careful if you talk about this, don't post this, rah.
Yeah.
But, like, if I didn't have them, I'd probably be in your court.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I'd be struggling to just post everything.
Yeah.
But then I probably wouldn't post anything because I'd overthink it
Yeah.
too.
Every time I post something, I overthink it to the max. And like,
The more content, the better, man.
yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I try, like, every week I'm posting, like, when I first started the pod, I was doing a reel a day of the pod. And I'm like, and it just felt like it was too much. Like, I was oversaturated.
It's a lot of work.
It was, yeah. And then now I just do the one reel a week and post it on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, all the fucking places.
Yeah.
But there's even so much work just getting it in that. But and then on my socials, I try and post like twice a week, something comedy or podcasting, and it's just fucking.
See, it's
insane, eh? Like,
I don't even do my reels.
Yeah, don't
have
you?
someone else do them for me.
That's the fucking dream.
So I literally do the recording.
Yeah.
So I've got the same kind of setup as you.
Yeah.
And then I have the recording. I literally press stop on the record, upload it onto my phone, send it from my phone to a certain person who I'm talking about. And then from there, that gets sent back to me. The only thing I do is cut up the video into like 2 or 3 little videos, but then I also send those videos to that same person.
Yeah.
He cuts them up and then sends it all back to me.
Yeah, sweet.
Most of the time he uploads it as well.
Yeah, true.
So
I
I
think you can say the name. It's Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
It's nice that
Joe
he's
and I have been
out.
close for a while.
It's nice that he's helping out the young guns.
Yeah.
No,
Get
that's
him in the podcast.
Oh,
Rio.
mate, it's a dream, mate. Just to fucking be in the same room as that bloke.
It'd be cool.
I'd be a happy man. Like, I got most of my sort of comedy idols up there on the wall, and if I met any one of them in person, it'd be a dream came true.
I don't. Nah, my I know a few of them.
Yeah.
But my favourite's not up there.
Who's your favourite?
You.
Oh, here we go.
My favourite. He's only probably Blake you'd never heard of, to be completely honest.
Go.
Carl Barron. No, I do love Carl.
Yeah,
honestly,
Carl's
I just love Carl's shit because it's like fucking so true. Everything he says,
is
relatable.
Exactly. It's just the most. It's simple, but not in like a like not an offensive way to Carl
Yeah.
when you watch this, but
Yeah.
it's like it's just simple Aussie humor that everyone can fucking relate to.
So
like,
true, man.
Yeah.
That's why I like him, and he's Australian too, which is probably
for
another
sure.
reason.
Yeah, there's I'm not going to blow that on the podcast just yet, but there's a certain venue I'm working with that's chasing Carl pretty hard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Pretty
He's
stoked.
actually doing an Australian tour soon, isn't he?
Yeah, so I think he is, but they're wanting some pretty big names in the comedy scene, which I'm
That'd be cool.
stoked to be working with. But can't blow that. Just
No, we won't release
everyone
that. We'll
shush.
cut that.
The mum and dad that listen to this, don't tell anyone.
Mate, you got more than mum and dad listen. I've seen your numbers.
Yeah, a couple, but it is what it is. I'm fucking definitely not one of the big dogs, but
Mate,
I'm putting in the hard yards.
you just keep, like I said earlier, you keep grinding.
Yeah,
Mate, I've fucking been doing it for four seconds.
yeah.
You've been doing it for 4 hours.
Yeah, that's it.
In the grand scheme of things,
100%.
you've been doing it for a lot longer than I have.
No, there's definitely, and that's the other thing. Like, there's the sort of Australian podcast market that's we know all the big dogs, Alpha Blokes, Two Flogs, all those, and
which I'm very lucky to be.
100%. You've tattooed all those boys as well.
we
Yeah,
have,
yeah. So you fucking tattooed all the big podcasters. I'm just waiting for mine.
Mate, I'll get you in as a comedian, not a podcast.
yeah. No, sweet.
And
I
then I'll
appreciate
get you to public.
Yeah.
You'll be public after that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm digging away in my own lane here. That not many
Nothing wrong with that.
not many comedians, like there's a few big comedian Australian podcasts out there, but I'm sort of trying to chisel away at my own little lane here of because most of my solo episodes is just me coming in here talking about how
Which I love.
Yeah, talking about how bad my bombs were that week.
Yeah.
If I have a couple of good gigs and shit, and then just fucking awkward shit that's happened in my life because like we spoke about, I'm biggest overthinker.
Yeah.
If I go to Woolworths today, I'll come back with 3 stories about how this lady looked at me fucking funny. I fucking came on here the other week. I spoke 15 minutes about ordering Cheerios.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking. I don't want to go back.
minutes.
I don't want to go back into it. It was,
We'll get 3 hours out of it today.
it was traumatic. But I
I had
figured.
so many questions about that, but I'm not going to
Really?
ask
Well,
them.
fucking go nuts.
What were some of them split? So
Nah,
and you didn't want the split ones, or
quick recap.
yeah?
So
Obviously, I haven't seen it.
yeah. Fucking regular listener over here.
Hey, at least I'm honest.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. But yeah, my wife sent me up to get some Cheerios for the boys, and I didn't know how much to order, so I was just like, 250 grams. And
Mate, that's not enough.
exactly.
2 kilos at least.
I didn't know that. So the lady dips her hands in, she gets a handful of Cheerios out, puts it on the scales, and it was like 170 or something. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, that's nowhere near. So she'll ask, and sure enough, she goes, oh, is that close enough? And me being awkward as fuck, I'm like, yeah, perfect. You've nailed that.
Yeah.
And then she's given me the bag, and there were 4 Cheerios in the bag. And I was too awkward to go, I'm going to need a few more. So I just went and paid, drove all the way home. And my wife's gone,
no.
what the fuck is this shit? So,
You know what you should have done then, because you felt awkward,
what?
is
Bought a mustache from the costume aisle and gone back?
no. So, for example, if you're at Coles or Woolies, wherever you shop, obviously most supermarkets where you go, there's more than one. So there's usually a Coles or a Woolies or whatever. So you felt uncomfortable at that one. To rectify that uncomfortableness, you could have went to Woolies or Coles in the same complex and got more.
Mate.
But you were too embarrassed and you were like, fuck, she's going to watch me go to Woolies. You overthought it way too much.
Next time this happens, I'm going to fucking give you a call and go, what should I do?
Yeah, do it. I'll answer. Or just call the missus and say, babe, put your ego aside and
you're going to have to come up to Woolies.
you're going to have to come save me. I'm stuck.
Oh, mate. It's a daily occurrence. I'm the most like socially awkward and anxious person.
You don't come across as that though.
That since I started comedy, that's helped so much.
Yeah, nice.
Like just going back and watching clip because I think I didn't record my first couple, thank fuck.
Yeah.
But I think I've got my 3rd ever set on recording.
Yeah, nice.
And just seeing like I was so unconfident, just like looking down and shit, and just seeing me up there now, like the 2 gigs I did on the weekend, fucking brutal bombings, right?
Yeah, okay.
Like they just weren't into my shit. And like I thought country crowds, they're gonna like all my sets just immature dick jokes and fucking all this shit.
What's wrong with that?
Exactly.
They're fuckwits if they didn't like it.
Yeah. So
Fuck you, Roma.
Yeah, Roma and Nanango, fuck you.
Oh, Nanango, wow.
Nah,
Fuck, you're a game man going out there.
Yeah. So like I was pretty down on myself, but now that I've had like a bit of time to reflect on it, it was a fucking sick experience to go and get. And it really helped me with just dipping out of my material and just fucking going into the room. And
sometimes you got to get outside that circle too, outside your comfortable zone.
Yeah. And up until that moment, I was pretty set in my material. Like up in Brisbane, I could, without fucking going toot on my own horn, my material, I can go into most rooms and know that it's going to be a good night. Whereas down there, I got like 3 jokes in and I'm like, what the fuck? That's normal.
Why is no one laughing? Why can I hear a pin drop?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll be sticking to Brisbane City for a little while. Yeah,
fuck everyone else.
No, it was good. It was fun. But
how often do you do your gigs in Brizzy?
So at the moment, sort of 3 a week, 2 to 3 a week.
That's good going.
It's not bad. Like you hear about the American comedians that are doing like 5 a night, and it's like, it's because they're in New York and LA and they can bounce fucking. There's a big thing for it. Whereas Brisbane's got Sit Down Comedy Club and Good Chat Comedy Club. They're the clubs, and then there's just blokes that run it out of the corner of a pub.
Yeah, okay.
Like, which is most of the gigs.
Yeah, but over there they've got fucking 40 million people, and then here you've got 4,000.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. The comedy scene is so different. But yeah, sort of 3 a week. I'm in sort of
that's cool.
The mid to high range of like, because a lot of people do 1 gig a week, and they're sort of that's their thing. And then there is comedians that are punching it 7 nights a week, and fucking hats off to them. But I've sort of had to find that balance. I can do 2 to 3 a week. Punch out a podcast, edit it, post it, all that, and then still have enough time for like family shit and stuff like that.
Yep.
But yeah, there was a stage like this week I've got 4 and I'm like, oh, fuck, like half not looking forward to it.
Do you use the same content for those 4 nights, or do you break? You have like your set agenda for as I don't know if that's the right word or not.
But you're doing agenda agenda, yeah.
I usually use my other hand, but anyway.
Yeah, nice.
For those people that aren't watching.
Yeah.
So you have your arsenal.
Yep.
And then you have, so do you use that same arsenal all the time, or do you have certain stuff that branches off that you dip out to every now and then?
Yeah. So I've pretty much got my like core set, if you want to call it that.
That's better.
Yeah. And then, to be honest, it entirely depends on the rooms. Like if I'm doing a spot for Good Chat or Sit Down, I'm just bringing my fucking A shit because I want to impress them.
Yeah, nice.
But if I'm doing like, I don't know, let's throw a local room, Parkwood Tavern out on a Tuesday night, I'll be maybe half new shit, half shit that I know that works, that I'll start on shit that I know that works and finish on that, and then I'll just sandwich a bunch of fucking shit in the middle that I'm playing with. But yeah, it's just a whole heap of, because some rooms are 5-minute sets, some rooms are 7, some are 10. Like
it's a long time when you think of it.
Yeah, oh, it's crazy. Like, and that's the other crazy thing is when I started, you were just getting 5-minute sets, and filling that 5 minutes, I'm like sweating. I'm like, fuck. And now I get to the check my watch. It's like 9.5 minutes, and I'm like, fuck. I've still got so much more shit I wanted to say. So But I'm on my first like little split bill show with a couple of mates.
Nice.
And that's like the next step to, I think we're doing like 20 each or something like that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So that's a long time.
Yeah. No, it's pretty, like I said, now that I'm more comfortable on stage and shit, I'm pretty fucking keen for it. Yeah. And the 2 shows on the weekend, I think I did 17 at one and then 19 at the other one. Wow. So, but that's because we had one of the blokes drop out the day before. So
everyone got a bit extra.
Yeah. He's like, oh, if you can fill a bit more time, then a bit more money and a bit more experience. So yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I was pretty fucking stoked on it. But have you ever thought about doing comedy?
Well,
here we go.
I'm shit scared of talking in front of people.
Yeah.
As soon as I know, like you obviously were, as soon as I know like the people that are around, I'm sweet as.
Yeah.
But fuck, like when I got married, obviously I'm been divorced since, but when I got married, I literally, like I knew everyone in the room and I had like fucking the biggest shaky legs ever.
Yeah.
And like my best man, Marshy, he had to come up and like fucking calm me down. And that was everyone I knew. It was
Yeah.
just fucking because I knew everyone was
Yeah.
listening to every word I said.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm a funny bloke. Like I definitely don't lack confidence in
Yeah,
being the center of attention and stuff. But
Yeah.
as soon as I don't know people, I'm fucked.
for sure.
It's like Tommy Dahl. That bloke's the exact same.
Hmm.
Like he's funny as fuck. But I think he struggles with people that he doesn't know. But he
100%.
actually wants to give comedy a go too. I
Yeah.
was talking to him about it when he come into the shop and
Yeah, I've heard him and Cam say a few times on the podcast they want to give it a go and
Yeah.
fucking.
I don't think Cam would do it to be.
Yeah, I
like he
don't know.
talks about it.
Yeah.
But fuck, that bloke struggles to read anything, let alone alone talk like in front of people.
Yeah, because I met Tommy at the casino Stand of Origin Game 3. Yeah.
Oh, in Brizzy.
At the Star down on
Oh,
Gold
yeah.
Coast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was doing comedy there that night.
Yeah,
not,
nice.
not fucking remembering it was Origin.
Oh, wow.
I've rocked up to the casino. I'm
No
like,
one's
fucking
there.
good turnout here, just looking at the car park.
Yeah.
And rock up to the room. There's like 3 people in the crowd and everyone's in the sports bar. I'm like, fuck.
You could hear him Yahoo and it wasn't for your joke.
Yeah. So, yeah, Tommy was up here for the Reggies buying their racehorse.
Yeah.
And I saw him sitting over there. I'm like, and same deal. I fucking had an internal battle with myself for 15 minutes before I worked up the balls.
Nicest bloke, eh?
Yeah. He got up and he was going to the toilet and I'm like,
I'll go hold it for him.
yeah, okay, I just got to fucking do it.
Do you need a hand, mate?
Said g'day to him and he's like, oh, what are you doing here? And I'm like, oh, I'm about to go fucking bomb my dick off. And again, had a fucking 2-minute conversation with him. Nicest bloke.
Bro,
And
he
he's-
is.
Yeah, he's like, oh, if there's time before kickoff, I'll come and watch it. And I knew he fucking wasn't going.
At least he gives you that time.
And then bombed my dick off,
Yeah.
sure enough. And I was walking out, head down, and he's going to the toilet again. He goes, oh, how'd you go, buddy? I'm like, I don't want to talk about it.
But
Yeah.
it just shows you that the bloke he is.
Yeah, for sure.
He remembered who you were.
Yeah,
He asked you how you went.
yeah.
So he obviously cares about you.
Yeah.
And he's fucking never met you before. So
Yeah,
it just
nah.
shows they're all good blokes. They're just like you and I. They're just fucking done very well. Just
Yeah.
like any footy player that comes in, like anyone.
Hmm.
We're all the fucking same at the end of the day. We just found something that we're good at.
Exactly, yeah. That's something I struggled with as well at the start with guests and stuff is I'd almost put them on this pedestal.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Yeah, and once you start talking to people, you're like, oh, fucking,
Yeah.
okay, you've just worked hard at what you've wanted
Yeah.
to do and it's paid off. And
Yeah.
fucking, yeah, because that's something I'm big on as well. Like when I first started everything, I was like, fucking, I'm going full ball. Like,
Shoot-
I'm going to make
shoot
this
your shot.
happen. And then, I sort of stopped myself and I'm like, nah, like you hear all the big comedians, they're like, it's minimum 10-year process and
Yeah.
shit like that. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll just keep chipping away back here because I think, I'm the only comedian in Brisbane that's releasing a weekly podcast for as long.
Yeah, wow.
for as long as I have anyway. I think there's a couple that come and do like the 10 episodes,
Yeah.
like a lot of people do, and then go, fucking, this is a lot of work.
Some of them don't even get to 10.
Yeah. The statistics on that are pretty crazy.
It's crazy, man. Some of them, like, I think it's like 85% or some bullshit. Okay, don't quote me on the exact number.
It's
but
quoted. This is the clip.
It's like ridiculous. It's like 85% or something don't even get to like past 5 episodes.
Yeah, it's
I've
nuts.
quickly fucking recorded 5, so I'm laughing.
Yeah, nice. No, it's a hard game, eh?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What number are you up to now?
I think this one will be 110.
Fuck, that's good going,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it's not bad. Like,
That's so good.
I'm pretty keen to do the
It's nearly 2 years or over 2 years.
Yeah, it's over 2 years. I
How
think.
good.
Yeah, so I've only missed 2 weeks in that whole period due to
that's
like,
dedication,
family
man.
shit. So yeah,
Well done.
but yeah, I sort of want to try and do because I'm liking doing the solo episodes now. Like
Yeah.
it's just fucking.
So good.
It's basically just like a mental release for me once a week to come
Yeah.
in and just shoot the shit, which I fucking need. Otherwise, I'll just go
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
and then like you said, guests are fucking. It's
Yes.
part of the game.
Guess where you'll grow.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, obviously, you've done guests as well, but it's just getting those bigger names.
Yeah.
Like, I'm obviously very lucky in where we are and what we do that I've got them at my fingertips in
Yeah.
a way, and I've literally become mates with a fair few of them.
Yeah, that's sick.
Just through going to play golf with them and
Yeah, nice.
going to hang out with them while they're on the piss, and I'm just sitting there not drinking. But
Yeah.
but it's good because they just think I'm a mate now.
Yeah,
So
no, that's what you want to get for sure.
But that's where you'll get that growth of like fucking going from X amount of
Yeah.
listens to blowing up and you've only got to get that one or two.
Yeah.
Same with your gigs.
Yeah.
You have one or two good gigs when there's a certain someone in the crowd
Exactly.
that has pull in that game.
Yep.
Fuck, you'll blow up real quick.
Yeah,
Buster's a perfect example, man.
100%. Yeah.
Like, fuck, no one really knew who Buster was.
100%. Yeah. No, that's like up until he went on the Alpha Blokes. Like I'd heard his name around the scene here and there, but he always stuck down to sort of his area
because he fucking can't get away from it.
Yeah, yeah. And then he went on the Alpha Blokes, and I was listening to Alpha Blokes at the time, and I'm like, oh, fucking, I know this bloke. Like, I've seen him.
I've heard this.
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
I've heard this voice.
Yeah, had a listen, and then, he's fucking basically skyrocketed from there. Eh? It's good
literally
to see.
Networking.
Yeah.
And which is exactly what we're doing here.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
And fuck it. You just got to keep grinding, man.
For sure.
It's fucked, but it's...
Yeah, yeah. No, it is what it is. I fucking, like, to be honest, I enjoy it. Like,
same.
Yeah.
It's addictive, eh?
Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing, like, if I'm not in here by a certain time on a Monday recording, I'd feel like it's part of my routine now. It's like I haven't gone to work that day or something.
Yeah, how good.
So yeah, it's it doesn't, the editing and shit definitely feels like work still.
That's why I don't do it, man.
Yeah. Trust me, I fucking look forward to getting to that stage. But
I'm silly though. I probably should have done it.
Yeah.
Because now I fucking can't go back to doing it, which I never really did it anyway. Like I put the shit on YouTube and I'll do this for forever.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be edited.
Yeah.
I just want it to be raw as fuck.
For sure.
So people see, like when we first started this, like me singing and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, I just put that shit in.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
People then see who you are off camera as well.
For sure.
Which is weird, but yeah.
That's how I'm
just trying to be different to everyone else.
Definitely. That's you got to find your little niche, eh?
Yeah.
We might even touch on that after what you got coming up. But when I think up till I started the solo podcasts, would always just like, because a lot of people we got in were overthinkers like us, and they're like, okay, so how do we start all this? And I go, I'm going to hit record as soon as you walk in this room.
Yeah.
We're just going to have a chat, and then I'm going to find a point to start the podcast at. And I might not even say, oh, welcome back to Can't Get Any Worse until we're fucking half an hour in or something.
How good.
It's like kept it organic.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I should do that. I'm gonna steal your idea.
Yeah, go nuts.
I'm joking.
No, I'm joking. That's a fucking shit idea.
Nah, I can't steal everyone's ideas.
Yeah, yeah. But
you have to be different, eh?
For sure. And you've got a little lane that you're thinking. Have you done any of the lane you're thinking about going down yet?
No. I've got a chick. I could do one this Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
I've got 2 NRL players coming in on Saturday and Sunday. They obviously didn't make the finals.
Yep.
So they're obviously from the Titans.
Go the Titans.
But yeah, I see the Titans bag over here.
Yeah, I shouldn't have fucking made the jump.
Well, both Queensland teams didn't make it. Only one of them did.
Yeah, yeah. Well, fucking, I was a Shark fan when I was younger.
Yeah, okay.
And then when we moved to Brisbane, Dad took me to a Sharks versus Broncos game. Sharks were getting fucking pounded.
Smoked,
yeah. So Dad took me to the merch stand at halftime, bought a Broncos jersey.
Brainwashed.
Yeah, made the switch.
And then
when
Dad.
When the Titans, no, Dad's still Dad was always a Broncos fan.
Yeah, okay.
But he, like, to be honest, he'll just watch a good game of footy. Like,
I didn't mean that, Dad. If you're listening,
he's fucking got it in for you now. He's coming for you.
I'll come get a tattoo, mate. I'll look after you.
Yeah. But yeah, I fucking, then when the Titans got introduced, I was a big Scotty Prince fan and shit like that.
Princey's a gun.
Yeah, jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah,
but
I'm actually trying to get Princey on, believe it or not.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I believe it.
So Daniel Evans, the fella that did my Indigenous paintings on the wall.
Yep.
He plays touch with Princey every year in like an Indigenous comp.
Yeah, nice.
So him and Princey are like really, really good mates.
Yep.
And Princey's Indigenous as well, so it's pretty fitting to come on the poddy as well.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Just got to get Daniel to do the hard yards for me.
Yeah, that's it. But
I've got 2 to go back on track. I've got 2 that I could do this Saturday and Sunday. One's Keenan Palacia is coming in on Saturday, and Chrissy Randall's coming in on Sunday.
Yep.
And I could probably do them with them, but I actually want to do a proper podcast with them.
Yep.
And they're both like keen to do poddies.
Yeah.
Not one of those boys has said no to me when I've asked them to come on.
That's sick, eh?
Which is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, they've got the whole off season, so they've really got plenty of time to actually come in and do it anyway. But every time I've asked someone, Not one person said no.
That's sick.
Which is full on.
Yeah.
Like a big name that I've told you offline.
Yeah.
That's only ever done one. I'm not going to say it because I'll only say it once it happens.
Yeah, for sure.
But this bloke plays for the Titans and he's literally done one podcast, 2 podcasts with the one bloke and never does them with anyone.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty close with him and his missus. And he said yes straight away and he wants to get tattooed as well. So
yeah,
that'll probably be one of my biggest gets because he doesn't do them.
Yep.
So, yeah, pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Believe it when it happens, eh?
Yeah, 100%. Again, I won't say the name either, but I reached out to the same bloke
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I'll have to show you the DM after this, just left on scene.
I'll take a photo of it and send it to him.
Yeah.
What's doing?
Oh, fucking hell.
Hey, that might actually work for you if I do that, though.
Yeah, I'll just send another DM now going, I hear you doing podcasts now.
Then I won't get him.
Yeah. No, fucking, I won't blow it. But, yeah, well, the idea, I think we didn't even touch on it, but it's
didn't.
like, it's Tat Chat. Is
Correct.
that, is that what you're calling it?
Yep, exactly that.
Yeah.
So not many, I don't think there's anyone, to be completely honest. It's pretty much founded on the person comes in, gets a tattoo. Why did they come to us? Mm-hmm. What's the tattoo about? Like, why are they getting it as well? Obviously, that's kind of the same question. And then where they're getting it. And then pretty much from there.
Yeah, that's sick. So many good stories will come out of that for sure.
Tattoo therapy too, they call it. So as soon as people get in the tattoo chair, they literally fucking tell you. It's like hairdressers, bro. They just literally tell you anything and everything. I don't know what hairdressers looks like because I'm fucking bald. But, bro, the amount of stories and crazy shit that I've heard in the last fucking 14 months is crazy. And I'm not there very often, but like the missus tells me so much shit. And
I could imagine.
Like, it's full on.
Yeah.
So to be able to capture that on an episode, it might only go for 20 minutes or half an hour, but it'll be intense.
Yeah, definitely.
It'll be fucking pretty cool. And then that's just one that breaks it up in between the guest ones because I've got like, I had like 19 last time I spoke to you and I've got like nearly 30 now.
Yeah, that's sick.
That have lined up. And so there's nearly a year's worth of...
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm never going to run out of Tat Chat episodes because fucking...
all day, every day.
There's people getting tattooed all the time in our shop.
Yeah, that's sick.
And people are pretty open to that kind of stuff. Some people don't want the camera in their face, which I'm sweet with. Mm-hmm. Saves me getting the camera stuff edited.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to do it anyway, let's be fair.
No, for sure.
But it's literally like there's endless episodes there.
Yeah, for sure.
And if I run out of guests, I've got plenty of Tat Chat episodes.
Yeah, because you did a sort of a mini version of that, I guess, with Brizey when he came in. Hey, that came out sick.
Yeah, it was cool, and that was his idea, to be completely honest. So he said, because I said to him, "Fuck, this is addictive." After we finished that one, and he's like, "Why don't you do it?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't really have," because that was in the old shop.
Okay,
so we didn't have the space. Firstly,
and
I always wanted to get in the game, and thought, "Well, fuck, we need the studio to be able to do it."
Yeah.
And then from there, once we got that new shop, I was like, bang, that back room's the podcast studio straight away. And then from that's just like I got the Rodecaster Pro 2, like the newest one, off eBay. This will blow your mind.
Yeah.
With two mics, 2 headsets. $500.
Fuck, that's pretty good, eh?
You can't buy that in the shop.
Definitely.
For fucking $1,500.
Yeah, I was again over fucking thinking. We should just call this episode overthinking.
Yeah, let's do it.
But yeah, same deal. I was looking on Gumtree and Facebook Marketplace, and I was just like, if I buy this and it's fucked, I'm going to be out of pocket this much. So I'm like, I'm just going to buy it through the shop, get all my fucking, what's it called when you want to return something?
Receipts.
Yeah. But I had a mate who listens to this podcast and started his own one. Shout out Ty.
There you go.
But he's same deal. He bought the Rodecaster that I've got, the first version, off Facebook Marketplace or something. Hooked it up and it fucked out. So he contacted Rode
And they fixed it for him?
Well, he went to send his old one back, and they're like, we'll just send you the latest version.
Fuck.
And I'm like,
how good.
I'm coming in here with a hammer to smash him.
How good.
Yeah, but I'm one of those people that I'll come and smash that and try and get refunded or whatever, and they'll just be like, nah, you're not covered for that. And I'll be like, fuck.
So the reason why I went to eBay is because I've like purchased and sold a lot of stuff on there. And the fellow Aussie flipper that I had on recently as well, like eBay's so good. So if you purchase something off someone and it's fucked, and there's proof that it's fucked, they'll refund you.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I trusted the process with eBay only because I knew what the processes were.
Yeah. And
he reassured me that if the stuff's not right, then you'll be sweet.
Has eBay always been like that?
Probably in the last 4 or 5 years, like before that, nah.
Yeah, because I remember back when I used to use eBay for like car parts and shit, it was just such a fucking shady,
dodgy,
shady place. But
excuse the language.
But yeah, you're into your sort of memorabilia and collectibles.
I love
and
it,
shit.
man.
I saw you eyeing off my Apple over there before.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it's sick.
That's I don't even know what year that one is, but
it might even say on the thing on the back.
Yeah, I will have a look afterwards.
Yeah,
but
shout out to Ash for that little gift.
So cool, man.
You know who'll be listening.
That would be fucking cool in any podcast, or even like at the end of the day, like a podcast studio is a man cave.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
all it is.
Yeah, and that's why I got like the couches and shit. Like it's so much more just chilled in here now, and because it was cool at the table, but it just felt. It's too formal for me.
Yeah,
like, I'm just fucking.
You're a comedian at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. But trying to be anyway.
It's like you're doing well, mate.
Nah, thanks, mate.
Like even the TV and stuff on the wall. Like I only just recently put mine in like that too. But it's like people. I usually have something on the TV myself, just for like if the conversation doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I just quickly look up to the TV.
Yeah.
And it's usually what that person does.
Yeah.
So I had a fisherman on, which will be next week's episode, and I just had like his favorite YouTuber.
Yeah, nice.
And it was just playing in the background. There's no sound or nothing.
Okay, that's
and the conversation went nowhere.
Yeah.
And I just looked up and said, "Oh, have you been spearfishing before? Because I'll make spearfishing."
Yeah.
Fucking got 10 minutes out of that.
Yeah, nice. No, that's sick. Because normally I got my little
questions,
little thing down there, but normally that is up there. But when I get guests in, I just like because I know I would do it.
Yeah,
again, fucking just it's my head.
Yeah,
but I'd be looking over there the whole time, going, "Okay, what's he going to ask me about next?" And then I'd be thinking 10 questions down the track. And
I like that you got it behind me, so I can't see it.
Yeah.
Well,
well, the TV used to be in this spot, and the sign used to be over there.
Yep.
And then when I changed it all, luckily I made that space big enough to fit the sign.
Yeah.
So.
It looks cool in there too.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Did you make that yourself or get someone else?
Nah, so at my old work, there was a sign writer next door.
Nice.
And he basically said, give me $50 and I'll make you a sign. And I was like,
I'll give him 100 if he makes me one.
He's shut down.
That's why, because
exactly.
he's fucking...
He was getting rid of old material and shit like
right.
that. So
or he's doing shit too cheap and couldn't afford to stay open.
Well, it was like a franchise.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so he didn't give a fuck. He's like, it's all going in the bin anyway. So
silly man.
Yeah, but what are... Because I know you got a lot of sporting memorabilia.
I do.
Is that mainly what you're into? Or you like
basketball cards?
Yeah.
I've collected basketball cards. I've collected basketball cards for a long
one. Notch it up.
I'm fucking winning too, just quietly.
Here we fucking go.
Everything's competition in my life.
We'll see who fucking wins on Anzac Day next year.
Good luck, buddy. You'll be laughing at your own highlight reel, mate, when you go to sleep.
Here we go.
The comedian laughing at his own fucking body.
I'll get fucking jacked for that. You wait,
mate. I'll have already about ahead of you. Like I'm doing a fight in November.
Yeah, I want to talk about that as well.
No, that's all right. My basketball cards are probably my biggest thing.
Yeah,
which. I don't know if you saw them when we were there, but I've got like a big... I don't think they were there actually when you come in.
I had a look on your little shelf, how you got them in the little like sleeves and shit. Yeah. They're all graded and stuff like that. Yeah, that's sick.
Them, I've got like some Jordan rookies and stuff. Which
really?
I've got nice. Like heaps of basketball cards. And then I've got like some UFC cards. I've got some NFL... soccer,
yeah,
just all the sports that I like.
Yeah, because I've recently I've been thinking about UFC cards because I'm fucking obsessed with UFC,
Yep.
right? And I want to, I don't know, like I used to collect a couple of things back in the day and I just got too busy or fucking kids, whatever whatever story I want to come up with.
Money.
Yeah, exactly. That's always the big one. But I've recently started, do you know Jake Matthews?
Yeah.
UFC fighter.
Blondie headed or red-headed fella?
Yeah. So he sort of started, I think he's sort of looking in the future of when the UFC comes to an end, and he started Jake's Breaks, and it's basically like a subscription service where he opens the UFC cards and all that sort of shit. And
purchased into way too many breaks in my life.
Yeah, bro. What's the story? Because I watch it.
I can tell you exactly how it works.
Okay, yeah. I watch it and I'm like, this is cool, but again, I'm like, I'm going to give this guy $100 and he's just going to run off, and I'll just watch it like on Instagram or something.
If you actually want good cards or certain cards, the best way is to just literally go out and purchase that card. Card that you want.
Yeah.
With that kind of stuff. So what he does is he purchases, say for example, this is a box of select UFC cards.
Flipside sponsored.
I didn't even have it the wrong way. Yeah. Fuck up. Adrian and Troy, if you're listening, sponsor me, please.
He's another fucking... I've spoken to Troy a little bit.
Yeah.
And I've hit him up to come on the pod, and he's like, "Oh, I'm too busy at the moment." But
that maybe he's busy though.
Yeah, he is.
I believe 100%. That 100%.
And even, do you know Trey?
Yeah. So I talked to both of them as well.
Yeah, sweet. They
both give you heaps of time. Hey?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and because Trey put on his stories the other day, he's like, "I'm looking for podcasts to promote my pre-workout," and I'm like, "Shoot my shot." I'm like, "Mate, I got fuck all listeners, but I'm keen as fuck to have a chat to you."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I just had to check out of your stuff. I reckon we could have a fun conversation."
Yeah.
He's like, "You are probably too small time for what I'm trying to push at the moment."
Yeah, which is totally understandable.
But he's like, next time you're watching my stories and you see me in your area, hit me up and we'll come and record something. I'm like,
at least he's fucking transparent with you.
Holding you to that. So.
He's a big boy too.
But anyway.
I lost where I was going.
Me too. I'm terrible at this.
So, for example, we'll go to Mount Franklin because if Flipside won't sponsor me, Water might.
Yeah, for sure.
You got... Say Select. Select is just a brand. So there's like different kinds. There's Select. There's Tops. There's Panini.
Yeah,
it's all different. It's just like buying a toothpaste or an alcohol or whatever. So then with that box, they'll have like different weight divisions. Pretty much every fighter, or whatever fighter is contracted to that brand, will be in that card. Then there's certain variants of cards in there.
Sweet.
And there's numbered cards, so they'll be like numbered to 5, which is obviously rare because there's only 5 of them ever made.
Yep.
And then they'll be up to like 199 or something like that. And there'll only be a certain amount of those cards in each box.
Right.
So with those breaks, what they'll do is before you buy into the breaks, you can buy obviously a weight division.
Yep.
So, or you can buy a person.
Yeah.
And then if the fighters in that weight division come out, whatever cards in that weight division come out, they're your cards. So you might not get a card at all.
So he sends them to you?
Correct.
Right, okay. Because that's what I was worried about. I was like, I don't know if these are getting sent.
He should send them to you.
Yeah. No.
But, like, I've been in the card like game for a long time. I'm not in it much anymore, but I still watch a fair bit of it. But breaks are a good way to waste money.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
If you want, I highly recommend if you're going to buy cards and buy the people you like and buy their rookie cards. Don't buy anything else. Yeah. Because they're not going to be worth anything in the long run.
I think that's where I get lost because I can literally, like, my oldest son now is like a little bit into Pokemon cards and shit. And he'll open these Pokemon cards and I'll find the worst card and I'll be like, that's so cool. Like, just like...
Yeah, they are.
I'm more into like the art version of it, as lame as that fucking sounds. But just looking at like the picture and like the design of it and stuff. So I think I'll just go waste my money on all these shit cards and then
that's why you just buy your rookie cards and that's it. I did what you did.
Yeah.
Of what you're saying. I literally purchased so much shit and I've got so many like fucking cards that are just worth absolutely nothing. They're not even worth 5 cents.
True.
Yeah, just because they're shit.
Yeah, okay.
But it's a good way to waste money.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
honestly, just buy rookie cards if you're going to buy them. or buy like with Pokemon's fucking hard because it's so expensive, like first edition stuff.
Yep.
It's because it's the first stuff that was ever made.
Yeah.
But you got to have deep pockets.
Exactly, yeah. I think Mum's told me she's still got my folder of Pokemon cards from when I'm a kid, but we haven't dug them out yet because I know this could be wrong as well. You could correct me, but I'm assuming the longer I leave it, the more they're going to... Yeah.
So I think this year was the 20-year anniversary from when Pokemon come out.
So I've missed my fucking window. Mum, dig the fucking Pokemon card.
But I'm pretty sure like it was through COVID, everything just because everyone was sitting at home.
Yeah.
Everyone like was getting free money off the government.
Yeah.
And literally just buying into breaks and buying boxes and the card prices, Pokemon, everything, like every card that was ever sold was skyrocketed.
Yeah.
And now the industry's like pretty low, but Pokemon and stuff is still thriving because I'm pretty sure it's a 20-year or 25 years since Pokemon coming out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it must be.
I think it's 20.
You reckon?
20 or 25, yeah.
One of them, I don't know. If I could be bothered, I could YouTube it or Google it. Sorry,
I
not
could do
fucking YouTube it. No, it's all good. It's fine.
I'm pretty sure it's 20 or 25 years since Pokemon come out.
Yeah, that's insane, eh?
And yes, it is. And their cards are ridiculous, all those first edition. Like Logan Paul and stuff was doing shitloads with that, like buying like the first edition boxes that were sealed.
Yeah.
And then selling per pack, like online, obviously had a huge following. And then opening those packs, and some of those packs were going for like 30 grand.
Didn't he have like a fucking $1 million Charizard or something?
Yeah, that was like 4 million or something.
Oh, really?
It's ridiculous.
Nuts, eh? It's nuts.
That was when he walked into the WWE fight.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. Like,
so I know the bloke he purchased that card off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
True.
So I sold I don't know if you follow basketball too much.
I did slightly, like back in the day. How are you talking?
Ja Morant. So like a few years ago, he's a rookie, the Grizzlies.
Okay.
So he's a rookie in the 1920 season.
Okay.
And this is a break that one of my mates purchased, like brought into. I think he paid like $400 or $500 for the National Treasures box break.
Okay.
And any Grizzlies cards that come out, he got them, and he got a card that was numbered to 10 through the most expensive boxes you can buy.
Yeah, right.
And the card was worth $60,000.
Crazy.
So if he's it's the chances of that happening are fucking very, very slim.
Nothing,
And so he got it. And then being a young fella, he wanted to sell it so he could get his money.
Yeah.
And then there's a fella overseas called Cheyenne 100 or something. Mm-hmm. And he's like a huge investor into sports and collectibles.
Yeah, okay. And
I reached out to him because I'd been talking to him anyway. And I said, this young fella in Australia's got this card. It's worth 65, 70,000. Would you be interested? And I knew he would be.
Yeah.
And then he didn't know who I was, but he was interested in the card. So then I got the card sent to a place called Cherry Collectibles in Melbourne.
Yeah, okay. I think you were talking to Aussie Flipper about him.
Yeah. And then that card got sent to Cherry because then Cherry, he knew who Cherry was.
Right, okay.
And then Cherry sent it to him, and then the money got sent to my mate.
Yeah, nice.
And then the fella that purchased it overseas, he actually sent me money as well.
True.
Which I'd never asked for.
Yeah.
I think he sent me like $800 or something.
That's not bad.
Just as like a
spotter's fee sort of thing, yeah.
But I never ever asked for it either, and it was just like, fuck.
Yeah,
how good's that? So there is huge money in it.
Yeah.
And he's the one that sold that card to Logan Paul.
Yeah, fucking.
But I don't know, you might have seen it. There was a Logan Paul and that bloke, he's a baldy-headed bloke. They opened these box of cards and it was like supposed to be like first edition Pokemon or something, and it's full of G.I. Jane cards. Did you ever see that?
Nah, I don't think so.
So this bloke...
I remember hearing something about Logan Paul opening something and it was all fakes or
something.
Yeah.
That was the same bloke.
Yeah.
But so that bloke had purchased that box off someone else, and then he said to Logan, I'll sell you this box, but if they're not the cards in there, I'll give you your money back.
True.
So then this bloke actually ended up chasing down the bloke
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sold it to him, and
Fair enough.
there's a big story behind it, but it's fucking pretty cool.
That's crazy.
Full on.
Yeah.
Yeah, get into buying rookie cards of UFC fighters. Don't buy anything
I'll
else.
think about it. I'll get addicted.
Just buy, like, who's your favourite? Who's your favourite Australian UFC?
Australian one, probably. I don't know. That's a hard one. Probably Volk.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I
love
like
Bam
them all.
Bam.
Yeah, Bam Bam's sick.
Bam Bam.
Bobby
Like-
Knuckles is fucking
Yeah.
like that's the hard thing. Like all the Aussie blokes seem
Yeah.
like top blokes.
Yeah.
I
I actually met Tyson Pedro just recently with Knuckles.
yeah.
Knuckles did a podcast
Yeah,
with
yeah.
him in Burleigh, and yeah, Knuckles said come up, and because he obviously knew I was just down the road.
Yeah.
He said come up, Tyson wants to meet you as well.
That's sick.
And then I spent the night with him, and fuck,
That's
so
mad.
good, man.
Yeah,
but just like you and I, once again, the same fucking person,
For sure.
just good at what they do.
Yeah, because two people that live legit in like a 10-minute vicinity of my house here.
Yep.
Um,
In the rich area, just quietly.
bullshit.
Fuck, you should see his house. It's huge.
Justin Taffer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Fucking every
he's
time he
gun.
wins, he yells out Logan City, baby. So like fucking the amount of DMs I've sent him.
Heck, you got to shoot your shot, man.
Dude, I went to Logan Lee McDonald's one day on the way to a gig.
Yep.
And as I've gone into the drive-through, him and his brother, Junior Taffer.
Yeah,
they're
he's
in
a
their
big boy too.
Yeah, they're in their BT50 and they're both just eating a burger. And I wanted to just leave my car in the drive-through.
I would've.
Yeah, I was so tempted. But
Put
then
the
I was like,
hazards on and got
I
out.
was so tempted, but then in the back of my head, again, overthinking, I'm like, I'm about to run up on a fucking UFC heavyweight in the middle of
Both of
Logan.
them too.
Yeah. In the middle of Logan, I'm going to get my fucking ass kicked. But
Piss off also. Trying to eat my burger.
yeah, exactly. And then the other one's a ex-UFC fighter, but now bare knuckle fighter, Beck Rawlings. You know her?
Nah.
Rowdy Beck Rawlings. So yeah, she's
Should be a gun, obviously.
yeah,
Doing
for sure.
bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle's
Fuck, that
fucking
shit's full on,
insane.
man.
It's nuts.
Crazy.
But yeah, you used to play a bit of footy?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't sound like a good year.
Well, I've got like obviously a fair few mates in
Yeah.
the NRL, but I injured my back. I had 4 prolapse discs in my back.
Yeah,
and
right.
That literally stopped me from playing.
Yeah.
As every doctor, you can't play anymore, or if you play, you could end up in a wheelchair.
That's
and then
fucked,
you
eh?
just believe it. And at that age,
Yeah.
and like that was in 2008, and
If the doctor's telling you you've got a prolapse, that's
Yeah.
probably one of the better ones to have.
yeah, not the arsehole.
Sorry, carry on. I've got to take those jabs.
Yeah, you do. I would have if you'd said it.
Yeah. No, sorry. Back to your serious story.
Yeah, so I literally stopped, and I only just started. Like I stopped playing footy altogether, and then just focused on business. I used to have my own pest control business and stuff, but I was at Redcliffe Dolphins back then. Did a full preseason with them.
Yeah.
And then that's when I did my back.
True.
I was going well too. Like, I don't know if you followed the footy back then too much, but there was like Ryan Cullen was a fullback then.
Okay.
And Marty Hatfield was from Rockhampton, and I used to play with him in Rocky.
Yep.
So he was my way of getting in. But they obviously had seen me play, but signed me to like $800 a game back in 2008.
Yeah.
And I was only like 21.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I was only a young fella. But I was finished school in Blackwater, and the day after I finished, I got sent to Mackay to go play for South, and I was on $500 a game as a 17, 18-year-old
Yeah.
back then, which is 2005. And like, that money was crazy.
It's
back
insane,
then.
eh? Like I've got a mate. He's been on the pod a couple times, but he plays for Southport Tigers.
Oh, yeah.
And,
There's some big money
yeah,
there.
100%. Clive
where-
Palmer. fucking
Yeah, well,
owns
that's
it.
where Greg Bird and that is,
yeah,
hey?
Yeah. So
I think Normie and that are going there this year.
yeah, maybe.
Corey Norman and that.
But same deal. Like I worked with him. Oh, it must be like 2 years ago now, and he's like, "Oh, I get fucking paid this week," and I'm
yeah.
like, "Fucking." He told me the figure.
I know
I'm like,
exactly what those
the
boys are.
fuck? So
Greg Bird's, some of the money he was getting a game there, I'll tell you off air.
yeah. Oh yeah, he
Crazy.
old mate
man.
told me. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking. It's nuts. Eh? But I mean,
ridiculous.
he's a fucking big
Good
name.
on him.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think
What's
I think he
your
might
mate's name?
Jake Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald.
He's a fucking nobody.
Yeah.
He's too scared to run it straight down.
Yeah. I wouldn't either. Look at the size of you.
Oh, mate.
You're a big, solid boy.
You'll see the true size in fucking...
It's just straight through the shoulders. Yeah. I won't feel anything, mate, because you won't touch me.
Yeah, you'll be asleep before you feel anything. Shut off that nervous system.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will
Have
see.
you heard back yet?
No, I haven't.
Nah.
Fucking, I don't think I'll make the cut.
I don't think I will either.
Yeah, it is what it is. They've got fucking every podcast.
You know what we should do?
What?
If we don't make the cut, we
start our own boxing event.
Fuck no, can't I turn up?
Yeah, I know.
We should nominate for which I'm not keen, but you should.
Bikini wrestling?
No, yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
The blindfold fight?
Oh, yeah. I don't think I'd be
Did
keen
you
on
go
that.
to that podcast for real?
No, did you?
Man. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But it was like full on. Like it was like everyone knows the numbers behind it, but it was like the quickest selling boxing event in Australian history.
Yeah.
And there was not one fighter that had fought before on that card.
Yeah,
so
it's nuts, eh?
sold out quicker than like any Tim Tszyu or Anthony Mundine fights. It's just because there's so many people that have followings.
Yeah.
But the blindfold was crazy.
I couldn't think of anything worse.
Yeah,
not
it's
knowing
full
when
on,
a
man.
fucking punch is coming. But it might even be good for you just to be like jelly a little bit.
Imagine getting hit though.
Oh, it'd be fucking terrible.
It would not be enjoyable. I'd rather actually see them coming at my face than not being able to see anything.
100%. Me too. Me too. No, fuck that. I'm not signing up for that.
Yeah, no, thanks.
But yeah. So yeah, your back sort of got you out of that. I
did.
I think that actually happened to my cousin. He same deal. Got to start with the Sea Eagles, and then right before he was about to make his like debut, fucked his back or something. And I was like, fucking.
I just play cricket now, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to anyway.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything worse.
I'm a wicket keeper, so
yeah,
good.
Right.
I've only been playing for like properly for like 2 years, and been lucky enough to make some pretty cool teams.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you seen that? I'm pumping my own tyres up here because you're not gonna.
Fucking go. I'll go to the toilet.
Yeah. Go vomit.
Yeah.
Have you seen on my? You probably haven't. No, I'm joking. On my podcast, there's the Sydney Sixers helmet.
Yeah.
So I was the captain of the Sydney Sixers Indigenous team.
Really?
This year.
True.
And last year. So pretty cool to make that.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously representing your mob and stuff like that as well, but the whitest black fella you'll ever meet. That's why I got ink. So I look like,
mate. That was something I loved from your first podcast. Is you touching on that because, apparently, if we go back in our family, we've got it. But I've never, never gone back that far. But you boys spoke about something and it fucking rang true so much because I know a lot of people are really fucking defensive about it and shit, and they're like, oh, you can't claim.
Yeah, because you're white,
or whatever. Yeah,
if you're Indigenous, you're Indigenous.
And you guys said something. You're like it's like a feeling or something like that.
Yeah,
and because I've got like Aboriginal cousins and stuff because my dad's brother married an Aboriginal lady and stuff, and even we're from like a country town, Gundawindi.
Oh yeah, I call it Gundawindi.
Yeah, I bet you.
I'm
fucking
a weirdo.
Yeah,
that's Gundawindi Heights, isn't it?
Sorry, keep going. When we lived down there, we lived in Boggabilla, which is across the river.
I know.
Yeah,
I sure do.
So we were like the only sort of white family in the town.
Yes, because it's full of Indigenous people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So fucking, I'm all about that culture and stuff.
Yeah, it's
and
the
even
best.
like, and obviously I haven't faced anywhere near the amount of racism anyone else has or anything, but I distinctly remember like, because I used to go back down there in school holidays and stuff and work on my family's farm.
Yep.
And they had a young dude there, and he sort of must have gone to school with my Indigenous cousins and stuff. And he comes up to me one day. He's like, "Oh, what's your last name?" And I'm like, "Missin." And he goes, "Oh, yuck, that's a black fella name." And I was like,
"Oh, wow!"
It fucking caught me so off guard. I wanted to,
him.
And I was like, "Fucking," but yeah, that bloke's family, he got tangled up in a whole heap of bad shit that I won't even talk about on here. But it's fucking. But yeah, I like that you sort of you guys were touching on that, and
it was frowned upon to be Indigenous when we were young. And Daniel from Walkabout Warrior, he's a bit darker than me, He's an Indigenous artist and stuff, and he had the same feelings when he was younger, that if you weren't black, like you weren't Indigenous.
For sure.
And I've always been brought up that I was Indigenous, and which I fucking am.
Yeah, exactly.
But even though it was frowned upon, I still went to all the camps. I still did. I used to be like a dancer.
True.
When I was a young fella. I used to do the dances and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, right.
I can do like a bit of shaker leg and stuff like that, but I can't, like, I'm too shame in a way, which I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But just I think because you get older and you don't do it. It's like anything. If you don't do something for a long amount of time, that you forget about it.
Yeah.
I wish it was like a bike.
Yeah.
Just jump back in and do it. But it was definitely frowned upon, man. But I've just accepted it and always been proud. My son's obviously Indigenous as well, but my ex-wife didn't want him to ever claim it. And, and we obviously aren't together anymore, but I've always said he's Indigenous, and I'll tell him to the day I die that he's Indigenous. But his mum never ticked the box. I always used to tick it when I'd go fill the forms out. Yeah, so he's in that shit situation of saying he is and he isn't.
Yeah, it's a fucking tricky spot to be, eh? But hats off
just
to you.
own it.
Yeah, exactly. No, that conversation you two had, anyone that hasn't gone to listen to that episode, go give it a listen.
Yeah, thank you.
It was fucking awesome to be here.
There's some deep shit in there too.
For sure.
Like Daniel talks about his childhood and some of the stuff that happened to him when he was a young fella that should never happen to any kid, let alone 100%. Anyone. I won't obviously ruin it. If you want to listen to it. But it's some deep shit in there, and Daniel's doing some good stuff about that with a fella from Love Your Mind Australia, a fella based in Newcastle, and they're actually doing some like charity talks and stuff to give back to that. Like I said, I don't want to say what it is. Yeah. To give back to people that have had that shit happen to them.
Yep.
So he's doing some good shit for that as well, and that was the start of him he's been talking about it for a while, but he said jumping on that poddy with me fueled that fire for him to go help someone. And beautiful. That bloke from Love Your Mind Australia, he actually reached out to Daniel when he heard about it.
Right, okay.
And that was just off my poddy.
Yeah, that's sick,
fucking weird. I only had like 40 listens or something, and he was obviously one of them.
It's crazy. Again, that's it's not really something I thought about when I started the podcast, but like I've had it as well, but to like famous people. Like sometimes Theo Von will say something and it'll just click with me about mental health or something. And I never thought I'd have that. But again, we got one of my mates in, Matt, who again had unthinkable shit happen to him when he was a kid.
Yeah, it's fucked.
And I had him on once before and we didn't really touch on it. And then once we turned the mics off, he's like, I'm open to talk about it if you want. So I got him back a few months later.
Yeah, nice.
And fucking brutal episode. But again, go listen to it if you want.
Yeah.
But so many people reached out after that podcast and they're like, oh, similar thing happened to me.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck. Like, and I was like, and again, it's that
too much you want to deal with, but you want to help them.
Exactly.
As well.
It's that next level of, okay, I'm not a fucking trained professional and things like that.
Go here, go there.
Yeah. Which is another thing that I'm dabbling in as well is like I'm all about fucking mental health and shit like that. But the ways that I go about it are not like your norm. Like I've never spoken to anyone. I've never done that. I've dabbled in the meds and shit doctors put you in.
We spoke about that.
Yeah, exactly. But I haven't really spoken about all that on the pod yet, but I will down the track.
Yeah, when you feel comfortable.
Yeah. But that's something I've been thinking about over the last couple of months, and I've actually put together something that I've been teasing the listeners with that, again, I can't blow my load.
Hit us.
I'll tell you after. But again, it's just...
He's dick teasing us again.
Yeah. It's just like everything that's happened in my life, like it's always been comedy just to fucking pull me out of it.
Yeah.
Like just having a laugh. And have you seen Adam Sandler's new special? Probably not.
Nah.
He's done this song at the end of it. And again, a lot of people hate Adam Sandler.
I love him.
Yeah,
he's good.
Sweet. He's put this song together.
Would have been awkward if I said I hate him, mate.
Dude.
Tell me anyway.
It's fucking, it sucks that, like, especially in the comedy scene, like I like Adam Sandler, Kevin Hart, all that. You say that in the comedy scene and they're like fucking, oh, yuck, they're not real comedians, blah, blah, blah. It's like,
well, they are.
Yeah, exactly. But Yeah, he sings this song just about how comedy can just fucking pull you out of whatever you're in, whether it's watching a reel pulls you out of it for 30 seconds, watching a fucking comedy special an hour.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've put together this package that I've presented to a few people now that
nice.
combines the mental health and the comedy thing, because that's 100% what fucking saved me, just fucking having a laugh. So
how is your mental health?
terrible.
Really?
It's look, it's better than it was 100%.
Yeah.
Sort of February, I took a big dip again.
Yeah.
And only really came out of it maybe a month or so ago.
Okay.
But yeah, just a whole heap of shit. And again, I took a bit of a dip in like listeners on the pod. So I appreciate all those that are still listening, but I was just coming in here like a miserable cunt every week, which I get people don't want to talk to, but it's like we spoke about at the start. I just got to come in and be fucking real. And
I mean, what I've always been told, and fuck, don't look at the numbers, but I'm a big numbers person myself. But that's the fucking littlest thing that can, obviously in your case, put you over the edge.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fucked, man. That littlest thing put you over the edge.
Yeah.
So you're obviously a lot better than you were in February?
100%. Yeah, I'm sweet. Like,
Are you though? No, I'm serious.
No.
Yeah.
I am. Like fucking, I've been through some pretty dark stages, like super dark that again I haven't really spoken about on the podcast.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I think you've heard I've been there.
Yeah.
Well, so,
And again, like I've hit those places, and if it's fucking lower than that to where people get to where they go through with it and shit, I'd fucking don't want to experience it. You know what I mean? So again, like it's just like, and people ask me, how'd you get out of that place? And I'm like, and they're expecting go to a fucking therapist and all that. But like we spoke about at the start, I fucking hate talking to people.
Yeah.
It just wasn't my lane.
Yeah.
So now,
see, I'm the opposite. I'll talk and
True.
I'll talk and I'll talk and I'll talk and I'll talk, and it helps.
Yeah.
As much as you don't want to.
Yeah.
I think I might have said this to you, or maybe it was someone else, but you just have to find that one person that will fucking listen.
Yep.
And I'm happy to be that person for you. You already know, but I work in disability support work, and I don't do that job for the money.
For sure,
I don't need to do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to work, and I'm not fucking, I don't mean that rudely. Like, I've got the tattoo shop, and the tattoo shop brings in enough money for us to survive comfortably.
No, exactly.
But I do that job for the simple reason I love helping people.
Yeah.
And I love seeing and helping people achieve their goals and whatever it is.
Yeah.
And if I can help you be a better version of yourself by listening and giving you some insight in my personal opinions, you might not like them.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm going to tell you exactly what I think.
Yeah. No, that's I've definitely got sort of two people that I bounce shit off. Obviously, my wife, she's super good at fucking giving me the news when I need to hear it. And fucking
we do need it,
yeah. Or just like fucking just being there in general.
Yeah.
And again, one of the dudes I started the podcast with, Adrian, fucking the amount of times I'll fucking send him a depressing voice message or something, and he'll just, again, same deal.
Call you straight away.
Tell me I'm a fuckhead, or fucking give me what I need to hear. But
I'm happy to be that person.
No, appreciate that. But how are you? You all good?
I'm sweet, bro. I'm real good.
Yeah.
I've fucking been in some bad places myself. I've fucking been down the thoughts of suicide and shit like that, and not just once or twice, like a couple of times. And I'm happy to talk about it.
Yeah.
And like my biggest thing was I split up with my wife, and then I didn't get to see my boy. Yeah. So I recently hadn't spoken. I went and saw my boy just recently, and a few months ago now, and I hadn't seen him for like 14 months. True. So that was after I moved from Wagga up to the coast. I didn't see him, didn't talk to him for 14 months, and then he rang me out of the blue and said, so I struggled through that shit, but I was on the coast. Yeah. I had the business, so I was fucking trying to smash out and take my mind off what the bad shit was in the background, which worked. Yeah. But from that, I had some bad days. And my missus helped me big time. Like, I'd just bawl out, like fucking start crying big time. Yeah. But I spoke to my boy on Father's Day. He called me, which
Yep.
was fucking. I was hopeful that he'd do it.
Yeah.
And from that, which was only just recently, obviously, and from then I've nearly talked to him every day since Father's Day.
Fuck yeah.
And I just jump on the PlayStation and he sends me an invitation to play Fortnite with him.
Yeah,
I'm no
sick.
gambler.
Yeah.
Gamer, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not a gambler either.
Yeah.
But he sends me an invite on there,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got the notification set up on my phone.
Yeah,
so
right.
the notification comes through to my phone, and if
Yeah.
I'm at home, I just jump straight
Flick it
on. I
straight
just
on,
fucking
yeah.
drop everything.
Yeah.
And I was actually on the way to the tattoo shop yesterday.
Yeah.
After I went to the markets with Aussie Flipper, and I was on the way to the shops, and I got the invite.
Yeah.
And I fucking sent my missus a voice message and said, I'm going home because Ryan sent me a voice message.
Yeah.
So my mental health is shit for the last, it's been shit for a while. I had type 2 bipolar,
Okay.
which I was wrongly diagnosed with.
Right.
And I was on meds for like 5 years.
True.
So I actually didn't have it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I went and saw a specialist, and then he said, oh, you're wrongly diagnosed.
Fuck.
So I fucking, like, I had moods, but it was because this is a segue for you.
Yeah.
I'll help you out here.
Yeah.
So I used to be a real bad drinker
Okay.
and stuff, and I was a bad person
Yep.
on the alcohol and wasn't a good person.
Yeah.
And that's what fucking pretty much fucked my marriage and,
True. Yeah.
and shit like that, which I haven't even talked about on my podcast.
Okay.
I just talk about that I don't drink, and people are just understanding and accept it, I guess.
It's a pretty accepted thing these days.
Yeah.
Because like I was saying before the podcast started, when we were admiring all this.
It's pretty cool. It's fucking
It's
awesome.
it's not
a lot of
bad.
money sitting there.
Yeah. But it was especially up until I sort of like, because I had a bit of a period where my wife found out she was pregnant with our oldest son.
Yeah.
And the people I was hanging out with, and again, I say this every time I'm talking about them, nothing against them, fucking top blokes. If I was to talk to them again today, it'd be fucking sweet.
Yeah.
But it was just that,
Stuck in a rut.
it was the party fucking scene. It was because,
Guilty.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like the day I went to tell them my wife was pregnant, I go, boys, I just want to come hang out at your place. I don't want to go to the valley or anything like that. Got some big news. Let's have some drinks at your place, blah, blah, blah. They go, yeah, sweet, 100%. Get there, tell them the news, and fucking 15 minutes later, they're like, cabs here, we're going to the valley. I'm like, oh,
Fuck off.
fucking, yeah, can't keep doing this shit.
No, you can't.
So I sort of had to make a bit of a switch in my life then, which
You're a better
fucking
person
turns
for
out
it.
to be the better, 100%.
Yeah,
And like since then, I don't think I've had any like heavy drinks. Like it'll
Yeah.
be, and that's what I was saying as well. I don't even enjoy drinking. It's more of like
Yeah.
a social aspect.
Yeah.
So
See, I'm the biggest. So you struggle, and like you do it for the social side of it.
100%, yeah.
So I'm still that social butterfly. I'm still, like I said before, the life of the party, or
Yep.
I'm still that person. I just don't drink anymore, and
Yeah.
I don't do drugs.
No, that's cool.
And like, fuck, I used to, but
yeah,
not anymore. It doesn't change who I am.
for sure.
It just, and all the boys understand now that
Yeah.
fucking, like, I think Cam said it, don't ever trust a bloke that doesn't drink.
Yeah.
I think I'm the exception of that.
Yeah.
Like, but everyone knows that I don't drink anymore. So
Yeah, no.
they still invite me.
Yeah.
They still know I'm a fucking stupid cunt. I don't need the alcohol.
Yeah, for sure.
But I just, like, my missus doesn't drink as well. So,
Yeah.
and I get crook as a dog too.
Yeah.
And I'm not a good person on it as well. So why?
Yeah.
And I've fucked one marriage because of it.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
obviously want to fuck another relationship.
For sure. Yeah. My missus is the same. She fucking doesn't drink at all.
Yeah.
She's never been a drinker or anything like
Yeah.
that. So, again, that was hard in our relationship at the
Yeah.
start when I was just fucking off my
Being a
face all the
lunatic.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but hats off for sticking with this
But
dickhead.
yeah, she's a good chick.
Yeah.
I haven't met her, but she has to be to put up with you.
Here we go. Again, I can't fucking wait.
Mate, you'd want to start training.
Yeah, mate. I was at the gym 3 a.m. this morning.
Were you?
4 a.m.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
See, I go to the gym every day. I just eat like shit.
Yeah, okay. It's all about diet, man. You're right.
100%, yeah. So,
So obviously I'm doing that boxing fight in November.
Yeah.
But I've actually put on weight and I've been training 5 days a week.
Yeah, okay.
Excuse me. Those flip sides of fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time I drink them. Train 5 days a week, and then I try and run 1 or 2 days on the Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'll do like 10Ks. But my food intake's like I don't eat shit.
Yeah.
I literally eat chicken breast, steaks, and some veggies.
Yeah, nice.
And Wheat Bix in the morning.
Yep.
And that's literally all I eat. So I don't eat takeaway ever.
Yeah,
it's probably
okay.
these fucking
Yeah.
energy drinks that are fucking me, to be completely honest.
I smash the energy drinks as well. And that was another thing. I've got off them for like 6 years. Like when I was an apprentice, it was a thing to do in the trade. Like rock up with an energy drink, and then I just cold turkey. And then about a year ago, I was like, I need to pick me up today. And now it's fucking...
I don't drink coffee, so that's my thing.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a coffee until about 2 years ago because it was just... It was one of those vices I didn't want to open.
Yeah.
And then fucking... Again, I can't drink like a proper coffee. I can just have iced coffee.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I'm a bit of a girl, but...
Well, at least it's still coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't drink it at all, so
yeah, right.
maybe I'm the girl.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. You can identify as whatever you like. Yeah.
There's only 2 genders, remember?
Oh, controversy. I was waiting for the controversy of the episode. There we go. Oh, fucking hell. But yeah, so you're fighting Brizzy.
No, I think Brizzy's catted it, to be completely honest. Yeah.
So you need an opponent.
He hasn't committed yet.
True.
No, so he's sponsoring the event.
Right, okay.
But I don't think I'll be fighting Brizzy, no. Brizzy would tell me up, to be fair.
Yeah.
He can.
You can't have 2 losses on your record by fucking August or whenever it is.
We'll set up the mops and brooms out in the backyard, mate.
Yeah, let's go. Let's fucking go.
We'll square off a bit of a ring out the
100%. Back. Fucking oath.
The bare knuckles. So we find out like a month before when or who we're fighting. But my flights are booked, accommodations booked, everything's...
Where is it? Up in Rocky?
Yeah, in Rocky, yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Brizzy wouldn't go anywhere else to sponsor something, I don't reckon.
No, he seems like a top bloke.
You might end up in the cremator, mate, if you fight me.
Oh, listen to him. Listen to him.
Nah, I don't bash blokes I like, mate.
Yeah, no, sweet. I'll have to fucking tip you off then. No, fucking. But yeah, I'm pretty ready to piss my pants. So I reckon we might call it there. But
yeah,
give everything a plug. So you
don't have more questions. We can cut it off and come back. I'm happy to go longer if you want to go longer.
If you want to,
yeah.
If you got more to talk about, all right. Well, let's pause.
I'm good.
All right, we're back. Sorry, Matt fucking ruined the whole episode.
I had to change my shorts.
Nah, fucking, it's been a while since we've gone this long on a podcast. So I built up the piss barrier to like an hour now.
Yeah, okay. So you've gone 25 minutes over.
Yeah, it's not bad, eh? I'm impressed.
If only you could last that long in other places.
Oh, mate. You fucking don't challenge me. Oh, fucking hell. But, yeah, is there anything that we haven't touched on? So we've touched on the...
mental health.
What is... This was a question I had, actually.
Yep.
What does Meraki stand for? I was going to Google this, and I'm like, it'll be funner to find out on the podcast.
Yeah, so Meraki is a Greek word.
Okay.
Amy and I both aren't Greek at all.
Mm-hmm.
Amy used to have a art studio back home in Chiltern, which is just outside of Albury Wodonga, and it was called Meraki as well.
Okay.
And so that word's been with her for forever.
Yep.
And it actually means to put your heart and soul into something you love doing, pretty much.
Okay, sweet.
So pretty deep.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you're going to name, like I've got it tattooed on me. Amy's got it tattooed on her. But yeah, if you're going to do something, you want to put your heart and soul into it. So that's pretty much what it means.
Yep.
But it's a pretty meaningful word, really, when you think about it.
Did it? Was it just always a given that that's what the podcast was going to be called as well? Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, nice.
Just because that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And because with the tattoo shop's called the same as well.
Yeah,
I've got a question for you as well, actually.
Okay.
So you talked about Blackwater Police Station before.
Yeah.
So I'm born and bred Blackwater boy.
Yeah.
My cousin was one of the last kids ever born in the Blackwater Hospital.
Yeah, okay.
He's 2 years younger than me, 2 or 3 years younger than me.
Right.
But I've been to the Blackwater police station because I stole, believe it or not, and this will fucking make you laugh. I stole basketballs and volleyballs from the PCYC.
Really?
And if people don't know what the PCYC stands for, it's Police Citizens Youth Club.
Fucking
What
rebel.
worse place to steal it from?
I mean, it'd be, it's the one place other than stealing directly from the cop shop.
We got them. We stole them. We got taken. We took them back to my mate's house, Shane McAlpine.
Out.
His mother was a teacher at the school, and someone obviously told her, and then so she'd already knew.
How old were you?
Like 15, 16,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
he
right.
was 2 years older than me, so he must have been. So I must have been 15. So he
Okay.
was 17. I was just getting
Yeah.
led astray.
Yeah.
Don't know what. I think we went back to his house and he had a pool, and we just chucked him in the pool with us.
Yeah.
And then the cops turned up and took us, just scared us more than anything.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've been there.
Fuck,
Where'd
that would
you
have
go?
been so fucking scary.
Especially at that age, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I would have fucking shit myself.
They did it on purpose to scare the shit out of us.
Yeah. Now mine's a bit bigger, and again, sorry for all the regular listeners. It's fucking it's been touched on more times than I can talk about.
Yeah.
But I got taken there for rolling my boss's brand new work truck while drink driving.
Oh.
Again, the drink, it'll fucking get you.
On the mine side or?
Nah, so we were doing a whole heap of units up at Claremont for the mines.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, my boss got the contract from
Yeah.
down here because I think it must have been the same builder from down here or something.
Yeah, okay.
And he sent us up there for a week at a time. And
Yeah.
first trip up there,
It gets everyone the pub up there.
so we basically
In Blackwater.
well, that's where I rolled the truck. So
Yeah.
next morning driving back, fucking, that's when it happened.
How long did you lose your license for?
3 months.
Yeah.
So lost my license, lost my job. Lost fucking what you think your world is when you're like 18.
Yeah.
So that was a fucking
Not good.
Not good.
You learnt your lesson, obviously.
But obviously. Haven't
Lost your license since?
No.
Nah.
Haven't. Actually, I did lose a point. I got one speeding
it's only
fine.
a point, though.
Yeah. Well, I think it was like 3 points. I got a speeding fine.
I've lost my license like 3 times.
Really?
Just because of working in the mines.
Yeah.
Always speeding home.
Oh, you worked in the mines? did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I used to work underground back in the day.
Definitely want to talk to you after the podcast then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I have guest questions on my podcast.
Yeah.
So I reckon I can ask them on your podcast.
You reckon you've got them
to you?
fucking
Yeah,
sorted?
I do.
All right.
I think I do. I've got them on phone anyway.
Yeah.
If I don't, but I'll just get them up anyway.
While you're getting them up, I'll double check my questions.
Yeah, easy as.
Oh, yeah, that was while you're finding them.
Yeah, you're right.
So you mentioned before PlayStation, and I know when we first started talking, you were talking about like streaming from your studio.
Yeah, I'm still going to do that too.
So are you a bit of a gamer or not really?
I do it to socialize with my mates.
Yeah.
So like I literally play sports games.
Okay.
Or Fortnite.
Yeah.
And
Fortnite's fucking addictive.
It is, and it's
Yeah.
just to talk shit with my mates. I'm rubbish at it.
Oh, really?
My mates are good.
Yeah.
They just carry me all the time. I just carry meds and revive people pretty much.
Hide in bushes.
That fucking creep in the bushes. But I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
I just don't have enough time to do it constantly.
That was another thing. Like, that was another one of my big vices back in the day is just
Yep.
get fucked up and play Xbox
Yeah.
and shit. And then,
I've done it ever since I was little pretty much.
yeah,
Just
well,
played them.
that's it. I brushed it again
Yep.
when I was in that stage of trying to turn my life around. And
Yep.
then, now my oldest son's old enough to like be into his Switches and his PlayStations and blah, blah, blah. And fucking,
Yeah, it's cool.
I get lost in it.
Where the fuck? Sorry.
See, I thought you fucking
No, I've
remembered
got them here somewhere. I should know them though, to be completely honest with you.
What do you got? I think you've got the, is it?
Yeah, here they are.
yeah.
I've got them.
You got them?
First question is, do you have a party trick? And if so, can you show me?
Not really. Like, it's not even a party trick, but I used to use it when I first started going clubbing into festivals and stuff. So
The roofie?
So a big reason why I piss so much is because I've only got one kidney.
Okay.
Yeah. So as soon as I was born, it got taken out.
Wow.
And for whatever reason, that scar on my right-hand side has grown with me my whole life.
Okay.
So every time I went to a club or a festival, there was a big line.
Yeah.
I'd just have to lift my shirt up and be like, oh, boys.
That's cool.
And
That's
100% of the time, all the boys were like, fucking go ahead, mate. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But that's not really a party trick. So
I know not to attack that kidney in the
no
fight.
kidney punches.
Yeah, right. Second one is, who is the most famous person in your phone?
Probably Todd Carney.
Yeah, right. The bubbler.
Yeah, the bubbler.
Right.
So
Tell me more.
Did a bit of cabinetry work for him about 3 years ago or so.
Okay.
So yeah, him and his missus, who was on Married at First Sight. One of
She's
your
full on.
Yeah.
She's full on, eh? Good on him. As long as he's happy, though, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I know. Coincidentally, I know two of the women that were seen as the psychos in Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
So there was her, and then Davina. I don't know if you know her.
I didn't watch it, to be completely honest.
She's like full turned her life around now, and she's like,
oh, good.
Yeah, big on socials, into all the spirituality and all that sort of shit. But back in the day, she was like party girl, Zoo magazine, all that.
Yeah, right.
And the reason I say that is me and another mate I started the podcast with, we used to work with her brother.
Yeah, okay.
And as fucking weird as this is, he would rock up to work on a Monday when she was like the cover girl and be like, oh Davina's in Zoo this week.
Check this out.
Yeah, it's like,
go have a wank over my sister.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird. We're like, what do you want us to do?
He's just trying
with
to sell them, mate.
Yeah, probably. So
it's probably on a commission base.
probably. So yeah, probably Todd Carney. I don't really know any fucking famous people.
No, me either.
No. Bullshit.
What's one thing you can't live without?
It's fucking lame and as mushy as it sounds after the weekend. Probably, wife and kids.
Yeah, good answer.
Yeah,
good answer.
So
one of my guests said air. He just fucking went real deep.
It's a good one.
He's just like, oh yeah,
that's true.
You got me.
Yeah. No,
I wanted a bit more than that, but that's lovely what you've said.
Yeah, no, and again, that's something I was big from at the start. I was like, like seeing all the big comedians now that comedy's front and center in everyone's head. They've all got their mansions. They're cruising around in Lambos, which has never been seen before in the comedy scene. She's coming to say hello.
Hello.
Bailey fucking hated him when he got here, so I told you she'd come around.
Yes.
Yeah,
she's good.
She's got a bit of a bad history like us, so
checkered like her coat.
Yeah.
Patchy, sorry.
Yeah. But and then again, maybe 12, 18 months ago, I full turned around and I'm like, fucking, if I can just make my annual wage that I make in cabinet making now doing comedy and podcasting, I'd be the fucking happiest man in the world.
Yeah, you would.
So, yeah.
And then you got this that you can hopefully monetize off the back of it eventually.
Yeah. No.
How cool.
See how it goes.
This one's a good one. You've obviously probably heard this one. Have you ever sent a nude to the wrong person? And if so, can you please tell me about it?
I don't think so.
Please.
I really don't think so. There was... So
here we go. I told you he had.
Nah, so no, I never
love this. Everyone says this at this. No, I don't know. Oh, actually,
I never sent a nude to the wrong person. I don't think, but I always remember I used to peak so hard, because when I was finishing school, I got my first phone and shit like that. So that's all we were doing is
everyone did it,
sexting chicks and stuff on webcam and
so
all that sort of shit. And every time I'd fuck up at school, my mum would confiscate my phone.
Oh.
So it was always a race against time to delete any incriminating evidence before she got home from work. And I know there was a few times where I did not have enough time. Like she beat me home that day or something. And I'm like just fucking laying in my bed going, please don't fucking go through my phone tonight.
She's obviously seen your penis.
You don't want to see
mother.
Yeah, you don't want to see me fucking a Gatorade bottle.
So you're the bloke that rang up Alpha Blokes.
That was me.
Was it actually?
Yeah. That was my first stand-up bit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That was a true story.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There you go. Heard it here first. They actually like that too.
Hey?
They like that.
Who like that?
So Alpha Blokes rung up Something about fucking a...
Yeah, that was me. I read it. Yeah.
Yeah, they loved that.
Oh, yeah, they laughed at it. Yeah. Yeah, I think they had fucking the Pooh Bandit on as a guest because Cam was away,
Yeah.
But anyway.
And what's your favourite pickup line?
Fuck, it's been a while since I fucking
had to
used
use one.
I actually heard a good one on the weekend, but now I forget it. The dude I was with, he's a real fucking smooth talker ladies man, and he's like just on the drive down, we're bored, and he's just giving us all this shit that he uses, and now I forget it, but
right.
I don't know. I don't know one. Nah.
Comedian
just use my wit.
I heard one that's just a joke just the other day.
Oh, here we go.
To a comedian.
Yeah.
What do you call a chicken with a piece of salad on its face?
I don't know. What?
Chicken Caesar salad.
Fucking hell.
It's a shit joke, but it's funny as well.
It is pretty funny. It is pretty good. That was one thing from these, like the regional tour over the weekend, is everyone's got their fucking street joke that they want to tell you. And like, as terrible as I did, they were all coming up after the show going, have you heard this one? Have you heard this one? And like, a lot of them I've heard, but you've got to go, that was a fucking...
That's good, mate.
That's a classic one.
I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah.
Did you have anything extra?
No, it was just the gaming thing, and then I think we touched on everything I had to touch on.
Would you set up a gaming thing in here for you and your boy?
Yeah, so I'd be pretty keen to. So our lounge room TV's on the other side of this wall.
Yep.
So for a while there, I was dabbling in like TikTok Live.
Yeah,
which
nice.
I fucking
can
hate.
make good money off that.
Yeah,
too.
well, that's why I started. But there's just so many, as many good conversations as you'll have, there'll be 10 more just fucking weirdos and fuckheads. Like, so I used to just run the HDMI from there to the PlayStation and play in here.
Yeah, nice.
But it just seemed like more effort than what it was worth, and I could be spending that hour writing or something like that.
Yeah,
so
of course. Sorry.
No. I was just going to say for now it's fucking on the back burner, but again.
I've streamed a fair bit on Twitch already.
Yeah.
Like just with my mates, but I don't have the camera set up. Mm-hmm. So just literally mirroring my TV to there, and you can hear me talking shit with my mates. But I'd never saved any of them.
Yeah, okay.
But it's definitely addictive.
Yeah, it is for sure.
It's pretty cool. And having people like your old mates and stuff listening in and bagging you out, and it's pretty cool. But it's like some people make crazy money off it. Hey?
100%. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
That's what. So you had Nika 35.
Yeah.
So
Skeg report.
Yeah, when I first saw that, I thought it was like. Do you know who Nick A30 is?
No.
Oh, he's probably one of the biggest Fortnite players there is.
Oh, yeah?
He's got like his own skin and shit in the game.
Oh, wow.
And just when I was scrolling past and saw it, I was like, no fucking way. And
how did he get him?
Yeah.
Is he Aussie?
No, he's American. That's why I was like, oh, he must be doing it by Zoom or something.
It's not like that Cypher bloke or something, is it?
Similar.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, and like the Australian one is Laserbeam.
Yeah, he's rubbish apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him for like years, but
I was talking to my son about him last night actually.
Yeah, you're right.
And he was telling me about all these people that are like good streamers and stuff, and he's played with a few of them online. Yeah, right. He was telling me about, and my son wouldn't talk shit about that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and I said, because I obviously knew who Laserbeam was, and I said, is Laserbeam any good? And he's like, no, he's rubbish.
Yeah, right.
So, but he's made, because he's been with like Mr. Beast and stuff like that. He's made a name for himself
for sure, and I think he's more of the because a lot of them make their name from being fucking professional at the game, but I think he's more of like the shit talker. Like,
yeah, okay.
Just
maybe
makes it funny.
Maybe an industry for me in that.
Yeah, maybe.
That's cool though. Yeah, it's
is.
definitely something I want to even just spend like 3 or 4 hours a week.
That's it. You've got to put the hours in to get like anything really, I guess. But
be cool. And because I can do it all in that one room.
Yeah.
And it's black, and I've got that thing in the background that promotes your podcast as well at the same time.
Exactly.
Just having the camera to do it. I think you can do it with your mobile somehow.
I think you can, yeah. Well, I was doing TikTok on my mobile.
How did you grow your followers on TikTok to be able to go live? Because you have to have a certain amount of followers before you can go live on there, hey?
So here's a fucking little loophole for everyone. Yep. And apparently this is part of the game. I didn't know this until I reached out to a couple of TikTokers. Okay. So it's definitely something I never wanted to do, but I had about 900 followers or something. I think you need 1,500 to go live. I think it is.
Something like that. Yeah.
So there's a bloke I went on his podcast a few weeks ago. I don't think it's been released yet, but He's huge on TikTok, like fucking like 1 million followers or some shit.
Who is it?
Again, I don't want to say it because of what I'm about to say.
Yeah, okay.
So, and I go through TikTok live and I'm like, how the fuck are these people live? Like they're just fucking,
Yeah.
pardon my French,
looked
but
at
like,
that.
yeah, just fucking like
Fuck
messed
wits.
out in their garage
Yeah.
and shit. And he goes, look, to get to that point, go on this website and buy these fucking followers basically.
Yeah,
So
right.
I did that. And again, I felt so dirty hitting that button.
Who cares?
But I just wanted that ability to go live. Because
That's
again,
exactly what I want to do for the tattoo shop.
yeah, it's just that next level of, and
How much? Not much?
fuck all. It was like, like $20 or something.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's,
And the reason I like TikTok Live over Instagram Live is literally anyone can watch it.
yeah, they can.
Whereas Instagram's just your followers.
Yeah.
So it was good. Like, I think I got paid like $3 or something one day on there. I'm
Bro,
like,
I know.
fucking
I
killing
think
it.
you've probably heard this, but I know a fella, he's a barber,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I heard
it's
that.
fucking crazy,
eh?
man. He has his own barber shop. For people that haven't heard this, he has his own barber shop. He cuts hair all day on TikTok Live. Literally just has his round light and his phone on a holder that's charged the whole day. And he just literally goes live on TikTok, and no word of a lie, he makes $1,000 a day every day he goes live on TikTok.
It's crazy, eh?
It's fucking ridiculous. And he's on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, because I know I listen to Gary Vee a little bit.
Yeah,
a
me
lot
too.
of people hate him and shit.
Yeah,
But
he's the best.
yeah, some of the shit he says and he says it himself. He's like, I've been saying the exact same shit for the last
He has.
fucking 10 years.
He so has.
Yeah,
been.
yeah. And it's like, it just takes that one day if you're driving in the car zoned out and hear it and go, oh, I'm going to fucking try that.
Yeah. He's the best.
But yeah,
the
he's
goat.
big for that. Hey, he's like, if you're at work, just set your phone up on live and shit. And just, because he does that as well. He just puts the phone on his desk while he's working on mute. And all the people just tune in to watch him and shit. It's crazy.
I literally want to do that, and I've been saying it to Amy for a while. I want to get our TikTok, our tattoo one, to whatever it is, 1,000 or 1,500, just so I can literally just have the phone sit there.
Yep.
I've got a shitty old phone that's got a good camera on it, and just have it sat there.
Yep.
She hates the camera though, which is the biggest thing, but I can do it and I can talk. And it's if we can make fucking $200
Exactly.
a day,
Yeah.
it's like it's money towards our lease at the end of the day.
Bailey.
Hello.
Yep.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Yes, you can't get enough of it.
yeah, that's it. I told you. Yeah, it's fucking, there's so many, and again, like I was always, and I guess in a way, it was the way I was brought up to an extent. Like both my parents are fucking hard workers. Like they were gone before I got up to go to school and they were home after dark every night.
Yeah, wow.
And then I was just like, oh, that's life. Like, and then as I was growing up and I'm just seeing all these people making money, doing
nothing.
shit they want to do, like in a way. And I was like, fucking, and then, like,
it's crazy.
I was like, why not put the time that I'm putting into a day job into comedy and shit? Yeah.
Like
so,
you just got to grind away.
Exactly. Which
you've done very well.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I appreciate that.
It's just that one video,
That's it. Yeah.
One thing that we need for us to blow up.
Yeah.
That's all it is, man.
Yeah. No,
you go from your 500 followers or your 100 followers to 10,000 or 20,000 in no time at all. That's Skeg Report, Nika. He had his own business, photography and videography stuff for forever. And he just used to always go check the surf every morning.
Yeah.
And he never videoed it. And then he got a GoPro in his phone and just goes and talks shit.
Yeah.
And he's got just clicked over 23,000 followers in it's fuck all. It was like a month or 2 months or something. He got that many.
Yeah.
He's good mates with Fisher though.
Yeah, yeah.
And he did a video, like a promo, and he recorded all the video footage stuff for links.
Yeah.
And you might have seen the ad.
Yeah, where he's like half a goat or something.
Yeah. So he's actually in that video, in that ad.
Yeah, okay.
He's the cameraman taking the photos.
Right.
And that helped him as well.
Yeah, sick.
But yeah, just it's crazy, man. Something little.
Yeah, yeah.
That
It just
can
takes
just go
one thing
bang.
to catch on, eh?
Yeah.
So,
one shit joke.
Yeah.
That someone takes a fence tube that blows you up. That It's fucking comedy at the end of the day.
For
That's all you
sure.
need.
That's it. That's another thing that's fucking dangerous as well, is like you mentioned at the start, a few people have told you what to fucking steer away from and shit.
Yeah.
And obviously trying to be a comedian, it's like you've got to step that line a little bit. And it's like, fuck. Like, because some of the shit I say, I'm like, should I have said that? And then I'm like,
too late.
Got it.
I've already said it. Yeah.
So,
I'm just lucky that I've got those people.
Yeah.
And if you ever need any help, they'd be happy to help you too.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Just
Appreciate
costs
that.
you money at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem.
But yeah, no, it's and like I don't know how into comedy and stuff you are, but there's like a new wave of comedians coming through. Like Shane Gillis is leading it.
Yep.
Like he's fucking hilarious, and he's just like all the immature shit that I've been brought up on. Like that's just his humor.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's
That's
just
been
like
frowned upon. Or now it's not?
like he'll touch on all the no topics like transgender, and all that sort of shit.
Yep.
And even like. I'm in no way political or anything like that.
Yeah,
I fucking have no idea. I have no
They're all
idea.
lying cunts at the end of the day.
Yeah. And just like the way that he touches on political humor is just so funny.
Yeah.
But like, I have no idea who he's talking about.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's funny to be ripping on a politician like that. But
they deserve it.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, I appreciate you coming up, mate.
Easy, man. Easy. It's not that far, actually. It's only like 35, 40 minutes from my house.
Bad. That's pretty good.
I'm only just near the race course in Goldie there, so
yeah. Lucky
pretty
you're
easy.
not a
Traffic.
gambler then.
Nah,
Yeah.
I used to be. I'm actually going to do a horse racing segment on my.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I love horse racing.
Yeah.
I used to sell my own tips and stuff back in the day, and
True.
have quite a bit of knowledge in the game.
Yeah.
It's just having the time to commit to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I kind of have now.
Yeah.
But I've got a mate that has his own like horse racing syndicate that he sells like race horses and stuff.
Yeah.
And he actually wants to sponsor like an episode to
that's
promote
sick.
his business and me to talk about horse racing and him
nice.
as well.
Will you do that on your guest episodes, or are you thinking of doing like a...
Probably just a separate one, man.
Yeah, nice.
It'll just I've got to have something more than that to go with it though.
Yep.
I love my sport. So probably it'll just probably be a sports episode, to be completely
nice.
honest. Might not go for too long, but if it goes for half an hour.
That's it. Still just throwing some more content out there. And
So I've got a little bit there that I can, it's just making it work.
Yeah, definitely.
I haven't sat down and planned that side of it yet,
Yeah.
but he's keen as he wants to put a neon sign in somewhere in the picture.
Yep. Yeah,
along
sick.
with like that surfboard that I've got as well. That was just given to me.
Fuck yeah.
Which is pretty cool. They've never asked to be promoted or talked about or anything.
Yeah, nice.
Surfboard warehouse. But I've never said it once on mine.
Yeah.
Like they just want it in the picture.
Yeah.
It's just, I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it helps.
That 100% helps. And that's like, I think that was my sort of thing at the start is I fucking sort of...
Just dove in.
Yeah. And like, because I'd sort of brushed that old life of me away.
Yeah.
I was like, I just had my core friends and shit like that.
Yeah.
And even like...
They're the ones you want to, though.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I mean. Like, if I had the mates and shit I had back in the day, then maybe I could have blown up at the start because they all would have shared it and shit.
Yeah.
Like that.
You'd rather grind than know you've earned it, eh?
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
No, we'll get there.
I'm probably not earning it. I'm just using everyone's leverage.
Hey, do what you can for sure. 100%.
But I love doing this kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
Like networking's where it's at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, for sure. But
So good.
No, appreciate you driving up. There's nothing
Thanks,
else
man.
you need to plug. Just the tattoo shop, the
So just got
podcast.
Tattoo shops, Meraki Tattoo Parlour. MERAKI, because no one knows how to spell it or pronounce it.
Yeah.
Tattoo Parlour.
Yeah, I
on
heard
Insta.
Heard Buster the other week on his
fuck.
story.
He does it on purpose though.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So he knows.
Yeah.
But he does it on purpose.
True. Right, okay.
And then on Insta is podcast Meraki, because there was a Meraki podcast already.
Okay.
Which they've doing less numbers than me. I looked at their numbers on
True.
On YouTube and stuff. They're overseas somewhere. And then just they're the two. Probably chuck Amy a follow too. She's doing some good artwork. I'm biased. She's probably one of the best portrait and animal portrait people on the coast.
Yeah, nice.
Like she's phenomenal. She does not pump her tires up at all.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest introvert
Yeah.
ever. but she's like, and people like numbers and shit speaks for itself. Like all the footy boys and stuff are coming to her because she's good.
Exactly, yeah.
Like if she wasn't good, they wouldn't come to her.
For sure. And the reputation would get out there quickly, but you guys are on the rise rather than the fucking decline, so the work must be there.
Yeah, I actually said to Amy yesterday, I was like, I only literally noticed yesterday what we have there. Like, it was just, we go there every day, and I like literally sat back yesterday and I'm like, we've actually got a good thing going on here.
For sure, yeah.
But I'd never realised it was just, you put in that hard yards and you keep turning up, but don't actually look at the big picture.
Yeah. No, that's something I've started trying to do as well.
Yeah.
Only since February, stepping back and going, like I said on last week's solo podcast that I had, if 12 months ago from today, you told me in the next 2 weeks I'm going to be smashing out 4 podcasts, going on a regional tour, having a split fucking bill at one of the biggest comedy clubs in Brisbane, and fucking, I don't know, like this week I've got 4 comedy gigs, a couple of them are paid and shit. Like 12 months ago I would have been like, fuck
That's
off.
not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to talk in front of people, let alone do that.
Exactly. So, it's just standing back and noticing those little steps and shit, eh? Like,
doing well.
Yeah, no, appreciate
it. You need to get some merch out too for people that do listen.
It's definitely the amount of times I've been on Old Knuckles' website, punched in and gone all the way to cart and gone, not quite yet. But
I'll give you a little insight, mate.
Yeah.
I'll save you money. Knuckles gave me the name of the manufacturer.
Oh, really?
And he said to me, because I've known Knuckles for like 20 years.
Should this be off the pod?
No, he won't care.
Okay, sweet.
He won't care. Well, he probably will care, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go out and give this to everyone.
Well, he's on after you.
Yeah.
Savo, so.
He just gave me the number of the factory that he owns, the factory over in Vietnam.
Yeah, right.
And he gave me the number, and he said, and the email, and he goes, it's actually cheaper for you to just talk to them directly.
For sure,
than go through me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I can probably help you out, mate.
No, I appreciate it. We'll see how we go. Get some can't get any worse fucking hats out there.
Mate, his shit's like fucking the bomb.
Yeah.
Like, you don't do $7 million worth of hat sales with
insane,
a bad product.
It's insane. It's another thing of fucking who would think he could do that with hats, and he's just fucking gone and done it. But he's a fucking...
He just purchased a house on the canals in Noosa, mate.
Really?
With like a $2.5 million home.
Yeah.
So he's doing all right.
Yeah. Fucking hats off to Knuckles. He's killing the game.
No, got to keep him on or he won't sell them.
Yeah. That's it. But appreciate you coming on.
Cheers, bro.
And I'm sure we'll do this again at some stage.
We will. You'll have to come down on mine.
Yeah. I'm keen. I've got fucking stories for days.
We can talk for 3 or 4 hours, mate.
Fucking keen.
Got to beat this.
What are we at?
154.
Yeah, righto. We'll see how we go. All right.
You're like, no, I got nothing. See ya.
Thanks,
guys.